Hey, beautiful besties. Happy Tuesday, my friends. Happy Tuesday. I hope you guys had an amazing weekend. I know we've been apart for a couple days, but I've seen a lot of you out there this weekend having fun, doing some beading, hanging out on the lives. And I just want to say I appreciate you guys so much and all of your beautiful and kind words. I know we have a lot of new friends here today, so hello. Hello. Hold on, let me properly hello. Hello, friends. Hello. I know you guys are accustomed to a certain magic around here, so. All right, guys. So we have something really, really fun today. Yesterday, I had, and I do apologize for not bringing it yesterday, but we had a day yesterday. But I got a beautiful, beautiful package in the mail. Some love mail from our beautiful friend Jen from Jewelry with Jen. Guys, this is the August 2025 Sparkle Bags. Sparkle bag. So this one is the Hot Days and Neon Nights. And you guys, Miss Jen sent it to me because she said, she's just so sweet. She said, thank you. I don't know what she's thanking me for. She's the amazing one, right? But also letting me know that it's full of color, my friends. And it is, because I did watch her unboxing of this. Earlier in the month. And guys, I'll put all of Jen's links. I'll put her YouTube link. There is some of these still available, believe it or not, because usually her bags sell out really, really quick. So I'm not sure if she did a double batch this time, but there are still a couple left. And of course, I will link all of that in the description box. And we will get into this. But first, my friends, I feel like we could use a little inspiration. So let's get us an inspiring quote card, and then we can start our day. Just waiting for it's supposed to be thunderstorming soon, so we'll see. It's been yesterday the weather was awful. This morning it was awful. Woke me up 7 o'clock this morning. Oh my goodness. Here we go. Oops. Everyone you meet has something to teach you. Guys, I always kind of felt that way. Miss, can we not jump on the desk? Sorry about that, guys. Mini earthquake. I always kind of felt that, I always feel like people are, well, I don't know the whole quote, but like lessons, right? They can either be lessons or whatever. And sometimes you learn something new now, whether or not, it's a good new thing or not. But yes, I do love that card though. All right, friends. So let's get into it. So here we are, and this is the sparkle bag, and this one is popping full, my friends. She is not a shy date. So let me tell you about Jen. So this is Jewelry with Jen, and these bags are, I think this is like a $35, but guys, it's just a great value. There's tons of stuff in here, and I am so excited. And I love how Jen packaged it, because you guys, I did buy a thing from Jen before. And because of my own ineptness, certainly nothing, because Jen gives us a list and everything. But God sees what she wants to see. And yeah. So I love that she put little, she thought of your girl, because she's like, no, we're not going to have call tripping through the daisies. But let me make sure there's nothing here that you guys can't see, because there are some exclusivity codes. So let me go ahead. If you get the bag, you get some. Also, she has extras. So let me cover those exclusivity codes. So we have here, and let's read it together, because she was so sweet to send this. There's a certain nostalgic glow in August. It's the last full month of summer. Thank goodness. When hot days linger thick with heat and even the breeze feels warm against the skin. Nights come alive in color, bathed in bold, vibrant, neon glowing signs. A month where time slows and summer nights glow. Featuring Imperial Jasper, you had me at hello, and Persian Jade gemstones, and striking rich patterns, captivating and mystical, adding depth and a quiet strength to any creation. I love that. I love when our beads are mystical. Lava rock beads, full of energy, bring an edgy element, while lampwork beads add balance, and rhombus patterns bring movement and symmetry. Gemma, I'm gonna get the air. Y'all look. They plumb took the little thing off of it, and I can't find it now. Anyway, Metals in silver and black complete this month's curation. 2025 jewelry trends include vibrant gemstones, plays on mixed metal, geometric, maximalist statements, bold pieces, edgy design, and 90s inspired jewelry. With vibrant colors, a variety of texture, fun patterns, and mixed metals. Hot Days and Neon Nights is my third sparkle bag this year around 2025 trends. So, and then of course, this is, you know, like I said, she does all this really amazing stuff. So oh, there's our Jasper. Look at this color explosion, my friends. Ooh, look at that cord. Oh, this is gorgeous. All right, my love. So, the black lip. Is that the black lip? It is. I was so looking forward to that. Okay, friends. Actually, I guess I don't have to get these are all. Everything is so nice and laid out for me. I feel like this is gonna be easy breezy, lemon squeezy, pumpkin cheesy with a side of fleazy beezy, easy cheesy. I don't know, friends. We have gone awry. Let's bring out the palette though, because I do have. There's a cat hair floating about. Don't mind it, friends. It's okay. It's on a journey. It's on a journey to find some random corner of my house where it will live out the next 10 years. Okay. So I'm not necessarily going to go down the list. I trust that, you know, I trust that everything is here. So I'm just going to look. We're just going to kind of go through it. Let's start out with this 1 millimeter, I'm sorry, 1 millimeter number. Oh, they are numbered. You know what, friends? I'm going to organize. Just give me 1 second. Wow, that was like way late reaction. Anyway, guys, oh my gosh, she's right. It's definitely colorful and it's definitely got my alley. I absolutely love everything. Okay, so let's start off with number 1, which is a 6 millimeter natural imperial jasper blue violet dyed. You get a 7-inch strand. And guys, I'll hold this here in case you actually hold it here in case you want to see those numbers. Hopefully it's focusing. Yeah, hopefully it's focusing. But guys, also if you go onto her website and you look for this bag, it will show you. It will show you all the beads that are in the bag. Look at those. Oh, those are so pretty. Of course, I don't have my dish because I'm not being thoughtful. Oh my goodness. So look at all of those beautiful like purples and blues. I don't know if it's coming across. Let's look at it up close. Hopefully it's focusing. You have a lot of purples and blues in there with some veining. Just gorgeous. Look at those. Those are so pretty. Maybe if I bring you down a little bit. Hold on 1 second. Oh, I'm still recording. Hold on 1 second. Okay. I think maybe if I brought you closer down under the light, that might be helpful. Those are beautiful. All right, friends. Moving right along, we're going to look at number 2. Which is a natural Persian jade dusky bloom dyed and heated 7-inch strand. Those are the numbers. These are really pretty too. Look at that beautiful pink color. It's a very like bright pink, but there's also some just very light and blushy pink. And then there are those like darker spots, which I just think that looks so cool, right? Like it's so just rocker Barbie, or just like so rock and roll. That's what it is. It's rock and roll. It doesn't have to be Barbie just because it's pink, but that is rock and roll. Love these together. Let's do some kind of little moment here. Those are pretty. Maybe that's too busy together. Put them next to each other. Listen, it's gonna go where it wants to go. That's what I'm saying. There we go. Oh, those are beautiful. Okay, next we're going to look at number 3, which is the 8 to 8.5 millimeter electroplated glass rounds multicolor rhombus pattern, silicone center drilled 5-inch strand. And guys, a lot of these things that have the numbers, like I said, they might be available as box extras. Look how gorgeous these are. So they have this like, it's kind of like a basket weave pattern, and they're multicolored, so when you spin them, They just kind of shimmer in different colors. Those are fabulous. Look at those. They just kind of just shimmer in different colors. They look, honestly, they look like dragon scales to me. Or mermaid scales. Yes, mermaid scales. Thank you for that one, Mary. Okay, let's put those. Oh, look at this. Friends, look at that. It's a bracelet. It's a bracelet. All right, next we're going to look at number 4, which is the 8mm handmade Millefiori lampwork rounds. Nice. White 8-inch strand. And some of these things, I think the things without the numbers are not available as box extras, but by all means, go over there and look anyway, because I could be wrong. Oh, let's look at these. Are so pretty. So we have these Millefiori style glass there. You see those flowers. If you guys, it's a Millefiori glass. If you're new to the glass, it's kind of, it's just a certain type of glass. And it usually has like flowers and stuff like that in it, and shapes, and sometimes stars and hearts and all kinds of whimsical stuff. And what I love about this is because we have so many bright colors in this box, or in this bag rather, this kind of just, it lends a little bit of neutrality, right? It kind of says to the colors, hey, we see you. You're bright and beautiful, but sometimes we just need a little bit of levity and a little bit of softness. I don't know if that's what they're really saying, but that's what I think they're saying. Okay, so we have number 5, and this will probably be one of my favorites. This is an 8mm natural lava rock electroplated rounds, 4-inch strand. Oh, these are so pretty. I love anything that's electroplated with this multicolor like oil spill. First of all, it's just one of my favorite. Excuse you, bless you. And then adding the lava rock to it. So basically it's just, it's real lava rock that has this plating. I'm here for it. It is, oh, look at that. Look at that. Okay, guys, I know you can see it. All right, next we're going to get into another new color. And where is your, sir, where is your little... Oh no, I just knocked some flowers. That's okay, friends. We got it together. This is number 6. 6mm frosted glass rounds in Mediterranean blue. There's the number. Look at these. Oh, that color is so pretty, so vibrant. It's just a very, very pretty, like teal green blue. I think it lends more to teal green. Which teal green and teal blue, I love them both. They're both some of my favorite colors. I love anything with the name teal in it. I know that's kind of like, well, this is kind of like she said in her description. It's, a retro a little bit to, and listen, Jen and I are probably very similar in age. I was born in 74, and I remember hot August nights in the late 80s and the 90s, of course, going down the shore. And just, yeah, it's reminiscent of that. And I think she really nailed it. Those are gorgeous. And you get a whole ton of those. That's a big strand, my friends. All right, next we're going to have number 7. And we have some 6mm faceted rondelles, electroplated rainbow AB, 8mm strand. These are gorgeous too. And they feel really nice. They feel like a really nice crystal, kind of almost like not heavy like the hematite crystal, but they kind of feel smooth like that, which I love. Stunning. Look how all the different colors, just having a party. Like, this is Mardi Gras in a bead, my friends. Stunning. Let's go ahead. And so now the colors are like, okay, Mr. Clear bead, we see you, and we're raising the stakes. How about this color? All right, number 8, we have some little babies. We have some 4mm, well, I guess not little babies, but faceted rondelles, electroplated AB, blue, light blue, 16-inch strand. There's your numbers. Jen, this is amazing, girl. You've got this organization down, my friend. You got it down. Look at those. Those are beautiful. So they are half plated. So one side you have this really pretty light blue, like a light sky blue. And then you've got these on the other side, it's plated with this metallic, like sapphire type bright blue. It's really pretty. Those are really pretty. Oh, look how nice they look with the Millefiori. That's really cute. Okay, so next we're going to have some, because you cannot have a reminiscent party unless you have hot pink, my friends. We've already brought in the teal, and we know teal was a popular color back in the 90s, and so we have to bring in our hot pink. So this is our 4mm faceted rondelles baking paint electroplate AB hot pink. Wow, that's a lot of stuff in that one. And there's your number. Focus, focus, hocus pocus. Okay. And these are very bright. Look at those. That is an intense pink, my friend. And I am here for it. Jen knows me, right? She said that I love my color, and she is not wrong. Those are gorgeous. Guys, have you seen some of the Halloween decorations are out, of course, because it's, it's August. They were out in June, if I'm being honest, and I'm okay with it, like I'm fine with it because I love looking. But hot pink is on trend. And also all kinds of pink are on trend right now for the Halloween decorations. The ones I've seen anyway. We're doing like rock and roll Halloween. We've got hot pink, we've got black, silver sparkles, like, oh my goodness, it's so pretty. Halloween is going to be jammed. Come on, guys. We're just going to intertwine them because I feel like in real life they would be probably besties. Look how pretty that is. This is like me and Danielle. She's the little one, and then I'm the fluffier one. Probably I'm this one over here or this one. I don't know. Anyway, we're moving on, friends. We don't need to talk about that. So now we have number 10. We have a 4 to 5mm faceted rondelles electroplate AB abacus, 18-inch strand. There is your numbers. And, oh, I'm taking them with me. And what I love about these is, of course, you can see we get very multiple colors. And it's not necessarily like a ombre strand, but it's just gorgeous because we go from, and I think we get several, we go around several times. So we have our clear and our like pink, purple. We've got some yellows and greens. Look at this green. Oh, that green is so pretty. We've got some blues and some orange back to clear purple. Very pretty. We're going to have to do something with all of these colors together. I think I have an idea, but I'm not sure, guys. Those are very lovely, though. I kind of like how it's a little bit lighter, so we have our brighter colors here. And then we've got our little bit lighter, like so, for the daytime areas. Yes. Okay. Oh, and let me also fix this because I knocked a couple beads out of here. I hope I got them all. Hold on 1 second, friends. 1 moment, please. Okay. All right, next we're going to look at number 11, which is a 36 by 30 Tibetan rhombus chandelier link in antique silver. And this is lead and nickel cadmium free, one piece. And I love that she has all that listed. So this is really interesting, guys, because you can do so much with this. So we have a connection loop up here, but we also can turn it to the side. And we have several connection loops on the side. You can also hang stuff from the side here. So, I mean, there's just so much you can do with that. We'll have to see. I like these. It has 3 loops on the side here. We could also turn it this way, and we can have multiple strands come out this way. And then a dangle. We can do a little bracelet and have multiple strands on our bracelet. I mean, there's a lot you can do. So that should be really interesting to play with. I love that. I love when we get stuff like that. Okay, next we have some 4x6 check pressed glass bellflowers, crystal metallic blue wash, metallic magenta. So you get 5 of each color, and they're really cute. And I'm definitely, oh, sorry guys. I'm definitely seeing earrings with these because we have some ear wires coming up that I think these will look really cute with. So let's put these in the middle here so we don't lose any. All right, number 13, guys, there's so much in this bag. This is a 20 by 10 glass column electroplate bead. And you get 2 of them in a chevron pattern. There's the numbers. And these are kind of similar, but these don't have like the rainbow AB, like the dragon scale mermaid ones. These are very pretty. So they're a column. And that's what the ends look like. And it looks like we have that. Oh no, that's hard. There might be this silicone. I don't know if these have the silicone in it either, but it would be interesting to play with the inner silicone thing. So you could use these kind of beads as like stopper beads, stuff like that. You can use them as bracelet closures. If you're using some string, that should be interesting. We might do something like that. Yeah, those are cute. And you get 2. So I love that. Okay, next is number 14. So this is a 15 to 18 millimeter engraved shank button antique silver random pick. They are lead free. You get 2. And I do remember Jen's unboxing, and she had several different designs. So you'll probably get one of each. You'll get 2. So you'll get 1. You'll get 2 separate ones is what I mean. So we have this one, which is a really pretty star. Like, you know, it's a flower. It's like a star flower. I don't know. But it's kind of it's raised up and has some interesting detail. And then this one is kind of like some kind of like a love knot or Celtic type knot. So that's really pretty. Love those. Next, here's our ear wires I was talking about. So these are 22 gauge. These are a French ear wire in the rainbow AB. These are surgical steel. There's your numbers. I might have to go over in the extras and order some of these because I do not have any ear wires like this. Look at those. They have like that oil slick finish. Oh, I love those. These are so cool. Yeah, definitely going to have to extra those, I think. Those are great. I might actually make earrings today, guys. We might make 2 pairs since we got 2 pairs of ear wires. I don't know. All right, number 16, we are looking at some 24 by 8.5 millimeter vintage love knot links in antique silver, lead free. There's your numbers. Oh, these are really cute. I do like these a whole lot. So, oh, sorry. And they are double-sided. So they're like a connector. And they're just basically a love knot. They've got points of connection on either end. You could do bracelet links, necklace links. We can do earring drops from those. We could do lots of things with those. Those are fun to have. I like that they're nice and silver. It's really pretty. All right, guys, we still have like a whole bunch of cups here. So next we have number 17. This is a 30 by 17.5 millimeter crescent moon pendant. This is black lip, mother of pearl, and you get 1. And this is so pretty. It is very dainty. Not too dainty, like it has a little bit of thickness to it, but look at that gorgeousness. My goodness. I love first of all, I love any kind of like mother of shell pearl, but this black lip is so pretty. And there's the back. It's just equally as pretty as the front, but I don't know, the front's gorgeous. Look at that like transition of color in there. It's just beautiful. I love her. Let's find a good spot for her. Lovely, lovely. And next we're going to look at some bicones. We've got 4 millimeter faceted crystal bicones, and this is the clear AB 12-inch strand. And guys, don't be sleeping on the bicones. I tell you guys that all the time. And these are just a really pretty, nice, clear, sparkly bicone. That will really kind of bring a lot of the brightness together here. Look how pretty that is. All right, guys, and I've combined 2 things here. So we have 12 by 7 millimeter lobster clasp black in the stainless steel. You get 4 of those. And then we also get some jump rings. So we get 5 millimeter 21 gauge jump rings in black stainless steel. Again, lead and cadmium free, and you get 20 of those. So there is both of our jump rings and our lobsters. Very nice in this black color, which is pretty because sometimes a lot of us don't have some of these colors, right? Especially for new beaders or for beaders that don't really, you know, haven't had a reason to buy those. I think that's really nice that Jen included those. All right, next we're going to look at some knotting cord. So this is 0.8 millimeter nylon Chinese knotting cord in bright rainbow. You get 2 yards, so that's very generous. Usually we only get a yard in a lot of boxes. So I do appreciate the extra yard. And look at this. This is really pretty. And this is what I was thinking about, was doing something with these two. Like maybe we can do some kind of, if the holes fit, let's see what we're looking at here. Sorry to get all personal in your business here. I think that these will fit, and if not, we'll figure it out. But that was my initial thought, was using this cord with the strand and maybe doing a little anklet or something. I don't know. Maybe we'll break out the tying station. I know I keep threatening to do it one of these days. So next we're going to look at some chain. So this is little baby chain. This is 2 millimeter soldered oval cable chain with black links. This is a 304 stainless steel, lead-in, cadmium free. We get 16 inches. And this chain is really pretty. It is a very dainty, but it's really pretty. And I see those little black soldered links in there. And of course, what I'm thinking is doing just a simple, because this is delicate and this is delicate. So I think this would be really pretty together. Just a simple, delicate necklace. And for me, right, guys, because I don't like to wear, I like to make elaborate jewelry, right? I like to use a lot of beads in my jewelry making, but I don't like to wear a lot of beads in my jewelry. Oh, and I love that we can also use a black lobster. I think that's going to be a fun project. I might not film that one because, I mean, it's kind of boring. Okay, guys, and finally, we are at the end of this collection. This is 23 items. This is a big collection. We have 12 by 8 teardrop crystals in metallic peacock. This is a 9-pack. And I'm definitely thinking earrings. Look at these gorgeous faceted drops. Look at those. Stunning. And they, of course, match this so well. Look at that together. It matches so much here. The lava rock, everything just, it's beautiful. This is a beautiful collection. Guys, I'm probably going to go and we're going to make some earrings. I think we'll make 2 pairs of earrings. So we'll use up those gorgeous ear wires. And I'm definitely thinking we're going to see these and also these check flowers. But there's definitely a lot of ideas brewing around in my mind. So this is your, hold on guys, I'm sorry. This is your, this is your August 2025 Jewelry with Jen Sparkle Bag. Hot Days, Neon Nights. I believe that's what it was called. I'll have to look at the paper. Hot Days, Neon Nights. There it is, friends. And so let me go ahead and sort some of this and then we'll be right back, friends. I promise. Hello, beautiful friends. So full disclosure, it is now Wednesday. Last night when I went to, organize and pull our things out for the earrings, the weather started getting just a little bit boisterous. We started getting a lot of heavy downpours. We had some bad thunderstorms, so I did not get to sleep probably until 11 o'clock this morning, my friends. So yeah, it was just, I feel like today was just a crapshoot because I slept most of the day because I was up all night with the bad storms. I have a terrible headache, but I wanted us to get our earrings done. So my friends, I have made us 2 pairs of earrings, and it's actually kind of a good thing. I'm going to bring in a bead mat. It's actually kind of a good thing because I had a better idea with one of the pair of earrings, so it actually worked out. Okay, so for our first pair, and guys, we are, these are so cute. Oh, sorry. Look how cute. And we are using regular gunmetal findings in this pair of earrings because it dawned on me that I wanted to save the other ear wires because I want to make a bracelet with that gorgeous lava rock. And it dawned on me that if I use the other, that would match the other earrings really well, the companion earrings. So So we've gone with gunmetal. So we have 2 gunmetal ear wires, guys. We have a bunch of gunmetal chain here. I will explain all of the chain. I have, of course, a couple that I did ahead of time. So we'll put those together. Oh no, did I not put? Oh yeah. And so this is the chain I'm using. Now you can use, if you have this bag, you can use the chain in the bag. But I already decided the chain in the bag was going to go with my shell lip moon. So lip shell moon rather. So I just put in some gunmetal chain, and this is just a nice cable chain. We are going to be using all of these flowers. And guys, remember when I told you, like, don't discount these clear bicones? So I added the clear bicones, and I think with the pop of the bright colors, I just think those are so pretty. So we are going to make the other one, and we're going to do a, we're going to mirror them. I like to mirror earrings. So I kind of thought it would look pretty with the smaller side going down inside the face, you know, and as it gets longer, that's the outside of the face. So that's what we're planning on doing today. So I'm just going to lay this guy out so we can mirror him. All right, friends. And I also have some jump rings. Now you could use the jump rings that are in the collection as well. And I brought in from my stash, these are actually toggles. My friend Kristen gave me a whole mess of these little toggles, and it's basically just a smooth gunmetal ring. And I thought this will be perfect. I was looking for, I had hematite bead frames, but I couldn't find them. So, all right, these are 5mm jump rings. And then we also have a couple of these clear bicones. So what I did was I basically cut this chain, and how I cut it was, and you can do it however you want, but I thought 3 links was a nice look because, you know, it just seemed like a really good graduated size. So my first chain, of course, our first thing here is just a bicone, but my first chain was 3 links. So then my second chain was 6 links, 9 links, 12 links, 15 links. So we kind of just added 3 links to all of our chains. So we're going to have 5 flower dangles. Now the other thing to remember is we had 10 flowers all together. So we had 5 of the pink, 5 of the blue. So one earring is going to have 3 blue and one earring is going to have 3 pink. So, and I think that's cute. So I made sure, since this one has the 3 pink, so it starts with a pink, ends with a pink. So this guy is going to have 3 blues. So he's going to start with a blue and end with a blue. So I've already done the 3 smallest. Now we're going to make these together. Let me just grab some tools. I forgot to move my tools over to the side, and that is okay, friends. That is okay. Oh, chain nose pliers would be good too. Okay, so we got all of our pliers here, and we are going to start working. Ooh, sorry guys. I also have my little tucking pliers too. Actually, let me put these off to the side till we need them. So I have like a little surgeon's tray off to the side. So we're definitely going to need the round nose pliers. So let's keep those out. All right. So first we're going to take, and these are just some ball head pins that are gunmetal, and these are about a 21 gauge, and these are stainless steel. So they're a little tricky to wrap there, but since they're 21 gauge, they're not too bad. So what I'm going to do is first we're going to do our first little bicone, and this guy is going to be by himself. Oh, yeah, that's okay. We'll just use these. And so we're just going to make a wrapped loop here. And the great thing about these are, this one is we're not connecting this one to a chain, right? So this one is just going to be a simple wrap loop. What am I doing? Did you see what I did, guys? I didn't finish my rotation, and this is just how my brain is right now. You have to finish your rotation. It doesn't work unless you do that. I am off of my Skittles today, friends. I'm off my Skittles. Okay, so we're just going to take this, and I am going to use the 2 plier method, and we're just going to wrap this nice and neatly. Try to get nice, neat, tight wraps in there. We want this to be somewhat, you know, nice and neat. The next pair of earrings, though, guys, oh my goodness. I'm in love. I am in love. Oh, I didn't bring it. Well, that's okay. We can use this as a scrap cup. And then we're going to tuck in our dude. Yeah, and I'm actually glad, like I was saying earlier, I'm glad I had a little extra time with that one because what I originally had in mind and and what our finished result was. Are you guys in too close? I don't think so. Way different. Way different. So that's just kind of a perfect example of why I don't always love design on the fly. Because sometimes I feel like if I have a full day, I mean, I do and I don't like to do design on the fly. I like to do it because it's exciting and I get new beads and I like to see where my brain takes it. But I don't because sometimes I get better ideas afterwards and then I wind up taking it apart, which is fine. Which I probably would have taken these earrings apart if I had made them the original way. But I didn't, so it's okay. All right, so we're going to do our pink flower because that is next in our rotation. So I've just put on one of the clears and I put on this little pink flower cap thing. And we're just going to make our bend. And then we're going to do this. We're going to do the full rotation, but we're not going to wrap it quite yet. So it's going to be on our tool like that. We'll take it off our tool. And then this is what you have. And then we're just going to go ahead and we're going to swing this open just a little bit and we're going to insert this chain. And it should just pop right into our link because it's just chain. It's not very thick. Okay, and then we're going to go and we're going to close that door. And now what I like to do is I'm just going to do a hand rotation and switch it out just because I kind of like to wrap with this hand. All right, then we're going to take our wire and again, we're going to try to make nice, neat wraps in here. And my wire's, of course, getting twisted up. But I'm taking my time. I'm taking my time because I want that to be a nice, clean wrap. Oh, there you are. You know, guys, I think I have you just down a little. That's more. Let me have you down just a little too much. Or, yeah, down. That's the direction call. That's usually the direction. Down. Okay. So let's cut this little dude here. And then we're going to tuck this guy in. Okay, and just be careful, Call. You don't want to break anything. So see, that just looks nice. I don't know if it's focusing, but it's just nice, neat, and clean. Okay, and then we're going to do our last one in the rotation. So we're again going to put our bicone on, and then we're going to put our blue flower cap. We're going to make a bend. Okay, and then we're going to wrap. Well, we're just going to do our loop. Okay. Trying to keep my loop consistent. Okay, and then we're just going to take that off of the tool. Open that a little bit, and then we're going to insert our last chain. Okay. And we're just going to pop that chain in there. We're going to close that door. And then I'm just going to do a little hand rotation here. And if that chain is too long, you can kind of hold it here with your finger so it's not in your way when you're wrapping. And we're just going to try to wrap this quicker so we can get some nice clean wraps in there. There we go. Looking good, looking good. I know it's really not focusing, and I do apologize, friends. I'm gonna have to start shooting in the other camera mode. It's just lacking in brightness and color. It focuses better, but it's kind of like I'm probably definitely gonna have to add another light. I did have 3 studio lights and one went down, so I've been just shooting with 2 lights. So that's why I have the brighter mode on, because I just have the 2 lights. But I think I'm going to have to break down, my friends, and buy a 3rd light again. Okay, so we have all of our little arms assembled, and we're making sure everybody's in the right order. We have our ring. Now, here's one option, and I tried doing it, but it was just really finicky. If you wanted to either wire wrap, and it would probably be easier to wire wrap, or you could do a jump ring in here and add a dangle inside of there, you could. I just left it open because it was just a little easier for me, friends. And I'm going to be honest, I needed something easy today because it's just been a day. Okay, enough about me. So let's start with our jump rings. So we have here 5mm jump rings, and these are in the gunmetal. And these are all 21 gauge. So let's open our first one, and we're gonna work from in to out. So meaning we're gonna put our smallest beads on first, which would be this lone dangle. I just think it's easier than having a bunch of long chains to fight with. And it doesn't really matter as far as the ear wire, because the ear wire, when we put the ear wire on, that will choose our direction. So the jump rings are just, you know, it doesn't matter which way they go on. Okay, so that's our first one. And guys, also when you're working with like this gunmetal, you have to really like look to make sure it's closed, because it's kind of hard to see. So I might be sticking my big old melon head in here from time to time to make sure everything is copacetic. Okay, now we're going to put our first link on. Okay, and then we're going to attach our jump ring and then close it. And again, if you can hear my breathing, I do apologize. I am in rather close. But I'm just making sure that jump ring is closed. Okay. And then we can lay that back down. And then it's just, these are pretty easy. They work up pretty quick. And I just think they're really, really cute and fun. I love the colors. Guys, you can do this if you didn't get Jen's bag. You can do this with any bellflowers. I'm sure we all have these bellflowers in our stash because they're everywhere. Not that I'm complaining, because I think they're beautiful and I think they're fun to work with. I really do like working with the bellflowers, because you can use them as beads, you can use them as bead caps, you can use them as components. Like, you can do a lot with these little babies. All right, and we are just moving right along. So how was your week, guys? So my week was crazy. So I had a crazy weekend. I feel like I haven't been with you guys in about 5 days. And I am so sorry about that, guys. I'm trying to shoot more videos, but life was crazy this week. The weekend, I had 2 lives this weekend, so I knew I wasn't going to shoot much on Saturday. But I had planned to shoot on Sunday. And we wound up taking a road trip, and it became an 11-hour road trip. It was only supposed to be a couple hours, like maybe 6 or 7. It was a road trip for my husband. We went into the Carolinas. He had to pick up a bike. And we ran into some road detours because of all the rain and stuff we've been having, I guess. I don't know. But it took us like almost 11 hours. Like 4 hours extra it added onto our trip. And so by the time I got home, I was just so tired. I just really didn't feel like doing anything. And the thing was, my husband was supposed to do that trip on Saturday while I was busy working. And then Sunday was going to be a free day. You know, we were going to have half the day we were going to enjoy to ourselves. And he was going to go into his shop. I would go into my shop. But Saturday, something came up and he had to help his friend change a water heater. And my husband's kind of like a go-to guy. Like, a lot of people will call him when they need help because that's just the way he is. He's just a really great guy. He will deny it on the outside. His nickname is Grumps because he can be grumpy, but he's really not. He's just one of the sweetest men that I've ever met. So that's why I married him, ladies. That's why I married him. I knew I had a good thing when I had it. So, so then he had to wound up taking that trip on Sunday. And then I said, sure, I'll go, because I didn't think we were going to be that long. Well, there you go. All right, friends. So we are done. And like I said, that worked up really quickly. So we'll put these jump rings to the side and this head pin. Sometimes I give myself extras. And then we'll just go and open this ear wire. And I'm going to attach this ear wire directly onto that ring. And now, guys, you could also attach a bead here, like, you know, do a little focal bead up at the top if you wanted. I just thought these were perfect the way they are. Yeah, and there they are, and they mirror. So yeah, so pretty. So let me just show you these real quick in my hands. You know, this never works out that great, but we'll show you those. Super cute. I love how they turned out. Super easy. Okay. So let's get into this showstopper, my friends. I'm in love with this earring. As a matter of fact, it kind of has low-key Halloween vibes. And so I'm okay with saying that this is my first Halloween earring project. It's so pretty. Let me put it on the dish or something so you can truly see it. Where is that dish? It's on the other desk, Paul. So you can truly see it, because I know it's a little blurry. So hopefully, maybe if we put the dish on this on the back, you can really see it. You can really see a mic hair is what I see. But anyway, that's what it looks like. I think it's so pretty. And the reason why I'm glad I actually did this earring afterwards is because I hadn't planned on using this wire. And then I remembered last night when I was, freaking out about the weather and had my headphones on and was doing some soul searching, I realized that I have some of this multicolor artistic wire. And it's in this, look at that, green, black, and purple. Okay. So I thought it was absolutely perfect. And I've never done like a naked situation up here. I've always just done beads. But I said, oh, let's do a naked situation. Let's see how we like that. All right, friends. So you're going to need some head pins or ball head pins, whatever head pins you have. I just have some regular old footed head pins because these are a nice 20 gauge stainless steel. So I can just trust them to do a nice simple loop and I don't have to worry about wrapping any of that. Now this is also a 20 gauge, but this is artistic wire, friends. So it's a soft wire. It's a craft wire. So it is not, our normal bead-along. So unfortunately, we are going to be bringing in some of this because we're going to want to work hard in it a little bit. You don't have to if you don't want to. It is 20 gauge. I'm a little bit particular, so that's just me, friends. All right, so the most important thing, oh shoot, I should have brought my ruler in. Hold on, friends. Because we have to talk about important stuff here. So the most important thing with this earring is length. Okay. And what I mean by that is you're going to want 4 pieces of wire. And you're going to want these 4 pieces of wire to be exactly the same length. So I've gone and I've done all that. I took about a little over 2 inches of wire. And then by the time I flushed it, I made sure all the ends were flush and everything was all good and gravy, ready to go and be a beautiful earring. It is a little under 2 inches, which is perfect because we're also going to be turning loops. So that'll become about 1.5 inches. And I think that's a good distance. All right. So what I like to do is cut all my wire at the same time. So that's why these pieces are already cut, because I cut them when I cut the pieces for this earring. I'm a big fan of just cutting all of your wire at once when you're doing this kind of project. Okay, so we have our drops. So we're going to do 3 drops and we're going to do 4 of these rondelles in between the drops. Oh, we've got a lot of stuff going on. Oh, here's all the extra ear wires. We are also using these jump rings that were included in our kit. Sorry, there's some scraps in here. So we're going to be using some of those. And from my stash, I'm pulling in some seed beads. So these are a 9-0, and they're an O bead, and then they're in this beautiful metallic rainbow iris. Now, these jump rings go over these O beads just fine. But I wouldn't suggest using anything bigger. Like, I don't know if they would work over an 8-0, but they work over these 9s, and I'm sure they would work beautifully over an 11. I didn't have an 11 that I wanted to use. So anyway, those are fine. I also put one on the top of each of my drops, just because, just to keep that top portion of that crystal, it's a little fragile, just to keep it safe and secure. Okay, friends. So also, where is my special tool? I had it with all this stuff, and now I don't know where it went. Guys, we're bringing in a special tool. We're bringing in these little guys. So yes, these are memory wire rounding pliers. So basically these make loops for your memory wire. But that you can also just use them as for any wire, because they're a beautiful mandrel. And what I love about this is you get consistent loops all the time. And consistent loops are very important with this project. We want all of our loops to be the same size. So that's why we have this little tool. And if you guys were hanging out with Danielle and Nile and Deb on Monday on Danielle's channel, Deb was using these too, and I love using these pliers. Sometimes I think Deb and I were separated at birth. Sometimes I think that. So let's go ahead and make our drops though, because that's the most important thing, is to make our drops first. And I am going to slide a little, oh, I already put some out. I am going to slide a little seed bead on one of these drops. Okay, and then we're just going to make simple loops up here. So we're going to take our pliers right there at the base of the bead, and we're just going to bend and then keep bending. So we have this little 90-degree angle, and then we're going to go and cut. You don't need a huge loop here because these are going on jump rings. And also you don't really need the special pliers for these. I'm just going to make regular old simple loops with my round nose pliers. Not a problem. Okay, just go ahead and there we go. Oh, I will have to break the neck a little bit on this one, but not much. Oh my goodness, Carl just knocked over her light. Sorry, friends. Just have to break the neck a little bit. It's a little eggy, but not bad, not bad. Okay, make sure that's nice and closed. Okay, that's our first drop. I am discombobulated. All right, and then we're going to make our second drop. Okay. And then we're going to make our bend. Boop, boop, boop. And then we're going to make our cut. Okay. About the, you want to keep, that might be a little bit shorter, but I think that'll be all right. I'm going to make our bend here, our loop rather. Okay. And then we're just going to cut. Oh, that one was good too. Oh, the simple loops are good today, my friends. I don't know what simple loop God I was praying to, but that's not a bad simple loop. All right. So we've got 3 of those little guys now. And now we can get rid of those pliers for a minute. And what we're going to do is we're going to put our jump rings on. Now, I suggest you do the jump rings ahead of time. Why are you looking like that, friend? You are looking like a straight up egg. I'm not trying to call anybody out, but you are looking like a straight up egg. Not with a mic hair or a bobo hair. I don't know. It looked a little gingery. Let's reposition you, shall we? Let's make you a little more round, like me. Oh, Lord. All right, that's a little better. That was not looking great there for a second. Okay. That's okay. So now so friends, you want to put these on the jump rings now. You don't want to put them on the jump rings later. Trust me. I made that mistake because I was not really thinking about stuff, and I put the earring together and then I put the jump rings on, and I don't suggest it. Don't do it, friends. Don't do it. Okay. Let me just put these little seed beads back. Oh no, we still need them. That's right. Okay. Oh, you know what we forgot to make, friends? We got to make this bottom component. That's why we need this wire. Okay, so let's get a piece of this wire. About 2 inches or so, maybe 2.5 inches. I totally forgot about that. Okay, and then I'm just going to reach in here. Oh, there they are. I pulled them out already. And then we're just going to smooth this out really nice. You want this to be nice and straight. Right? We're going to work hard in this a little bit, the loops anyway, but we want this nice and straight. Okay, there we go. And then we can flush this side off. Actually, we can flush both sides. Oops. Okay. And this is where our other pliers come in. Okay. So this is where these pliers come in, because we want these loops on all of these colored wires to be the same. So we're going to use the smaller loop here. So basically I'm just going to take this in between my pliers like I would with regular round nose pliers, and we're just going to turn until we get that little egg shape, pea shape rather. And then we're going to get our neck breaking pliers, and we're going to come in here and we're just going to position that in that little crux there. Sorry. And I'm going to do a little wrist back like that. And so this one was not the greatest, but that's okay. We can fix it. So that's what we have. And that's just a pretty little loop. We will work hard in that guy. Okay, we're going to work hard on him right now. So guys, if you're sensitive to noises, Go ahead and mute me because I don't know how to mute it myself. I don't know how to mute myself, friends. It's been a problem I've been dealing with my whole life. All right. I'm just going to work hard in this loop here. So I'll give you a thumbs up when I'm done. All right. So we're just going to just gently work hard. It doesn't have to be a whole mess. We're not going to do a whole bunch of work hardening. Okay. And then we're going to flip it on the other side. I just want these loops to be just a little bit more secure. Okay. All right. That's it. That's it. That's just a little bit. And we are going to work hard on the other side with beads on it, friends. So stay tuned for that. It should be fun. All right. So what I've done here is I put on a rondelle, a seed bead. Oh, we didn't put our dudes on the jump rings. That's what we were supposed to do. Call is like all over the place today. I am drinking iced coffee at 11 o'clock at night, friends. Yes, I am. It's okay. I'm a professional. I'm a professional coffee drinker. It's going to be fine. All right. So we want to put two of these drops. Two of these drops each get one jump ring. And then the middle drop gets 3 jump rings. Because we want him to be a little more of a dangly statement. You don't have to do that part if you want them all next to each other. Like the same length. That's completely your jam, whatever your jam is, like do it, man. That's why we all make jewelry, right? So we can do our jam. And not everybody's jam is 3 jump rings. I mean, I'm okay with that. All right, you're not hurting my feelings. All right. Enough silliness. Okay. And then, like I said, this guy's going to get 3 jump rings. So I'm just going to go ahead and close. This is going to be our middle jump ring. So we're going to close this one. Make sure he's nice and closed and secure. Okay. And then this jump ring is going to go onto our drop. And then onto this jump ring that we just closed. Okay. We're going to close this one nice. Like I said, sometimes it's hard to tell if these, with the darker colored metals, it's hard to tell sometimes if they're closed or not. All right, and then there we go. So we have this guy is on 3 jump rings, and he's going to hang really nice in the middle. All right, so there's our, we have some jump rings left over. Okay, now we can assemble. So we're going to slide one of our dangles on, and he's going to pop right over that seed bead. And then we're going to put our next rondelle on, and then we're going to go ahead, pop our next seed bead, and then we're going to pop our guy with the 3 jump rings on in the middle. And then a rondelle, and then another seed bead. And then our 3rd drop, and then our 3rd rondelle, or 4th rondelle. How many do we have here? 4. Oh, no more seed beads. So that's what we have. That's our configuration for our bottom dangle portion. Okay, so now here I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to make a bend. And this is where it gets just a little tiny bit tricky, is because we want, of course, we're going to come in with our other pliers, but we want to make sure that we're cutting enough wire that it's going to be, you know what I mean, enough for that plier. So we're going to take, and we're making sure everything goes in the same direction, and I'll explain more when I get there. Okay. And then we're just going to bend that down. Here's the part where you have to kind of cut the right amount. Now, it's better to overcut because we can go in and trim it up, right, and make it a little bit smaller. But we don't want to overcut. So I think we're going to be about right there. Okay, so we'll see. So let's bring these pliers in. Okay. And let's just go ahead and start turning our loop. And it might be a little too much wire, but we'll see. Maybe not. So because the beads are on there, it's just a little bit. So I'm going to break this neck here. Just a little bit finicky, right? And there we go. Okay. That's pretty much even. It's a little not quite as round as the other loop, but that's okay, friends. Sometimes it's not perfect. And that's all right. Oh, we're going to need this guy. Okay, so here's our bottom portion. And I think that is so cute. Let me just make sure that this guy is closed. You want to make sure these are all closed. Okay. Now we're going to make our other dangles, our arms rather. These are our bracelet arms. And I think now we're done with the seed beads. So we can put those away. Yes, now you don't have to. You can put your loops directly onto the wire, but I feel like if you don't have the seed beads, they get choked up in between the other beads. They don't move nice. Like I don't like that look. I like this look. Can I help you? You are standing here behind me silently crying. What do you need? What? I don't want to scratch your butt right now. I have company. Yeah. I know. Okay, go lay down. Okay, listen. Sorry guys, talking to the dog. She's got her head on my lap and she's looking up at me with those soulful brown eyes saying, Mama, I think it's time for our night-seas walk. And she's probably right, but I do want to finish this earring. So go lay down and Mommy will be done. All right, friends, so we are going to bring our block in again, and because we are going to be now we're going to be hammering this whole entire piece. So let's bring our block in. And let's turn our loop. So I will do one at a time. And again, we are using this plier because we want all of our loops to be, is that enough light, friends? Is that bright enough before I take out this whole stage? Okay. Because we want everything to be the same size. So here we go. We're going to stick that in, making sure that our wires are not poking out, because if they do, then they won't make a very nice loop. Okay, there's our P. And now we're going to go ahead, break the neck. Don't over break it, because that's okay. Don't over break it, guys, because we have this, I mean, we can measure another piece of wire, but all this wire is measured perfect. So now what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go to this side now, because I have this loop is going this way. So the cut part is here. So for this side, I wanted to go the other way, because I think it helps keep the metal stronger if the loops are going in other opposite directions. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and start turning that loop. Okay, and then we're going to break that neck. All right, so basically we've created this little bar. All right, just all it is. It's just a little bar. Okay, and now let's create our second one, and then we will work harden them. And then around. That one might have not been around enough. There we go. Break that neck. Come down here and we're going to go the opposite. We're going to roll in the opposite way. Not the opposite direction, like the opposite, the same direction, but on the opposite side. That makes sense. And that feels like that roll might have went awry, but no, looking okay. Not quite enough of a roll. There we go. All right, then we're going to break that neck. So here is our second barbell. All right, now we're going to work harden those. So guys, again, if you're sensitive to sounds, I will thumbs up you when we're done. So I'm going to work harden one at a time. And I'm using the nylon the nylon hammer, the nylon part. You don't want to use this part. This part the metal part will mess up it will flatten your metal. So we're using the nylon part. And I like to start from the inside, as like the middle, and work my way out to this loop. And we're going to work harden a little bit more than we did. Turning it over. Oh no, turning it over. We're going to work harden it a little bit more than we did the other one, which, oh, we got to work harden that other end of that loop. I forgot. Okay. Now I'm going to spin this around and we're going to work on this side from the middle and then working myself out. All right. We want to make sure that this is going to be nice and strong, because we're not going to have any beads on it to protect it. So that's feeling good. Let's do our second one. And also, guys, if you had a bad day, this is a really good way to get your frustrations out. Just get some metal and just start hammering. Watch your fingies. Don't get your fingies. Flipping it. Flip it, dip it, flip it, dip it, smack it, rub it down. All the things, friends. Do all the things. Flip it, smack it, rub it down. I think that's how it goes. Okay, and now we're gonna do this side. That little shot of magenta pink. I don't know if you can see it. Okay, and then we're gonna turn that guy over. Now, we are going to be opening one of these loops, unfortunately, but we're not going to open it very much, so it's going to be okay. But you will notice that if you've work hardened it, when you go to open it, you will definitely notice that the texture of the wire is different. Okay, so there's our links. All right. Oh, that's right. We got to do, I forget which loop it was. So basically what we do here, and I didn't do the thumbs up, but that's okay because we're not done, is you want to put your component on the edge so the beads are actually off of the block. And then you're just going to come in here and just gently tap on that loop. Okay, and then flip it around and do the same thing. We're just giving it a little, and since I don't remember what side I did, we're do this side too. I think this is the side I originally did. Yeah, it is. Okay, never mind. Because that's the better loop, and the better loop was the first one. So that one's already worked hard. Okay, so here we go with our component. Now we're going to take our arms, and you are going to open one side. But guys, since we did work hard in it, you don't want to open it too much. Just open it a little bit. And that guy was not 100% closed, so that's okay. Because now we can close him up. Just gently. Right, and just do a little tap tap. Okay, all right, now we're going to put our next arm on. I'm going to do this side, and that's going to go on this side. Now you could put a dangle in the middle if you wanted. I didn't because they were already, I don't want to say that they're heavy, but they're not, you know, I think they're good without a dangle. I don't think, and I know this is going to be hard to accept, but we don't always need a dangle every single time. I mean, they have dangles at the bottom. All right, so then these are going to fold in, and then we're going to take our jump ring, and we're also going to take one of our ear wires. And before we put our ear wire on, we do want to make sure that it is closed, because I did have one of these open, because I actually had this on the other earring, and then I decided that... So I think this is the one that I opened. So make sure that's closed. Let me just grab another one. I think I might have bent that one. These are surgical stainless steel. These are really not easy to open, but that's a good thing, right? So I forget what I was saying. But oh, I had them on that earring, and then I had to take them off because I realized that I wanted to make the other earrings. So you can either do this one of two ways. I just dropped my jump ring. You can pick them up and do this, or you can let them lay down and do this. It doesn't matter. I kind of like to pick them up. And you want to lay your, you want to bring them up so your arms, so everything is like, there we go, facing the way it should. I know my jump ring just fell off again. But you want your loops to be facing outward. So this way, when we pull our jump ring in, we just put our jump ring through the loops, right? Through the loops like that. And then we put our ear wire on. And then we're done, friends. I finally got through this video, even though all the rain, all the nonsense and shenanigans. And guys, I have so many projects. I have 2 bargain bead box projects on my desk. Well, 1.5. One I'm not sure if we're gonna do because I don't know if I love it. Oh my gosh, these are so cute. Let me get the palette so we can lay them on the palette and you can see them up close a little bit better. They're so pretty. I love these. Might be my new favorite earrings. Oh, Gemma, did you shed all over my palette? What is going on, Gemma? And then, of course, we'll lay these out, too. You guys can see all the pretty earrings. And again, I want to thank Jen so much. Jen, I'm so sorry it took me forever to get this video out, girl. But here they are. Look how beautiful those are. I'm in love. I'm in love with those earrings. I'm sorry. I know, like, I made them, so I'm tooting them up a little bit. Hold on, but these definitely need a tune hort. A horn toot. My friends, that is a sad and pitiful tune hort. Horn toot. I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying anymore, but I think we have to get a better horn toot. Because that one was, oh my God, they're so pretty. I love them. And they kind of look like Halloween earrings. A little bit. What do you do? A little bit. Okay, friends. So let me know what you think, guys. I hope that you are out there making earrings and planting magical beans and being kind to yourself and doing all of those things to take care of you, my friends, because there is only one of you. You know what I mean? And you are not replaceable. Nope. You gotta take care of yourself, friends, because we need you here with us. All right, my loves. Until next time, which will probably be tomorrow. Hopefully, we should have pretty sunny days. I have some really fun bargain B-Box projects put together, and yeah, so we'll get together then. But until then, again, thank you so much, Jen. I will link all of her, guys, even if you're not going to buy this sparkle bag, go and check out Jen's YouTube channel. Because she is just an incredible, amazing jewelry designer. She is one of my favorites. I'm not just saying that because she gifted me with the bag, but she's just truly amazing. All right, my friends, I've kept you long enough. Until next time, my loves, keep planting your beans. Okay, bye.